Greg Zuerlein set to get us started here, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Right to the air. Here is Goff. And his first pass is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Off play action. Here's Goff. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Throwing on third. Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 2nd and 1. Wilson. Connection made to Ruckert. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jets at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 25 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Straight ahead is Hall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Wilson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On first down, Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. From the 29, Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick 6. Now he starts again here, 1st and 10. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers are very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And a loose football. And the Jets have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Now Goff on 1st down. Caught on a slant. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Jackson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hall again on 2nd down. Ooh, the juke. Hall has it knocked loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Goff. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yeah.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff, right side, caught by Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Goff. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Zerline's kick is up and through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation that they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we've hit halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he whips that one incomplete there.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
And check down complete to Hall.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Oh, had got his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
And here comes Berrios.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hall again.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run with Hall. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
On 2nd down, it's Hawkins.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Caught right side, Davis.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have opened the lead up to 30.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being...
yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A give running right is Hall.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hall again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Jets are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Lions on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll set up the screen to Jefferson.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Another go-around now for the Jets offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. It's Hawkins. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Hawkins. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
79 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Hawkins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now gone. It's caught by Funchess. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Goff on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down. It's Hawkins, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. On second down now, it's Hawkins, and he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins, and it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. And by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the season